Take whatever you need, the new CEO said, eyes glued to his phone, voice flat as expired yogurt. Security's waiting outside. I stayed rooted to the carpet, fingers curled around a slim leather portfolio that felt heavier than plutonium. But before I tell you what was really inside that portfolio, you need to know why I was ready to burn the entire tower down with a smile. My name is Lauren. For 14 years, I was the invisible woman at Global Transit Solutions, the person whose signature kept us out of federal prison. Under the old guard, Victor Langston, the place ran like a Swiss watch, quiet, boring, and ruthlessly legal. Victor wore the same navy blazer every day and believed the only acceptable surprise was an early plane. Then Victor dropped dead on a treadmill at 78, and the board handed the keys to a 34-year-old prodigy named Ethan Caldwell. Ethan arrived in limited edition sneakers that cost more than most people's rent, trailing an army of 20-something growth hackers who smelled like oat milk lattes and desperation. Overnight, our sensible gray walls turned electric orange. The coffee became curated single origin served with a mandatory motivational video, and anyone over 45 started getting realignment emails. I watched from the compliance floor like a zookeeper watching new lions circle the old ones. They thought I was just another aging bureaucrat guarding outdated rules. They had no idea I was the last living failsafe. It started small, contracts routed around my desk, vendors with no address, wire transfers to Delaware LLCs that dissolved the next day. When I flagged a 7-figure payment to a company incorporated 3 weeks earlier, Ethan's golden boy, Chase, laughed in my face. Lauren, we're in hypergrowth mode. Paperwork is friction. Friction kills unicorns. I smiled, nodded, and went back to my office. Then I did what I do best. I disappeared into the systems they never bothered to learn. Because after a catastrophic derailment in '09 that killed 3 drivers and nearly bankrupted us, Victor had created a ghost protocol. He handed me an access card that looked ordinary but carried a dormant chip. Every time that card unlocked a door, joined a Wi-Fi network, or sat in a conference room, it quietly notarized everything: audio snippets, screen shares, file transfers, then encrypted and shipped the data to a law firm in Geneva that even the board couldn't touch. Victor called it the conscience in the walls. I just called it Tuesday. Fast forward 4 months. Ethan decided compliance was a creativity tax and dissolved my department into marketing. 2 days later, HR, now run by a TikTok-famous 27-year-old, asked for my legacy badge for sustainability recycling. Translation: they wanted the conscience gone before the next earnings call. I had 72 hours. I became a ghost again. I drifted through strategy sessions where they joked about reclassifying lithium batteries as sporting goods to dodge hazmat fees. I lingered in server rooms while they shredded hard drives. Every swipe of my card harvested their arrogance in perfect, court-ready fidelity. Friday, 2 p.m. The summons came. Leadership transition discussion. Translation: public execution. I walked into the executive boardroom, heels silent on the new bamboo floor. Ethan didn't look up. The general counsel, Mark, looked like he hadn't slept since the IPO. I set the leather portfolio down like a loaded gun. Sign the separation agreement, Ethan said, spinning his Montlink pen like a drummer. 2 weeks pay, standard NDA, or we fight your unemployment for cause. Your choice. I unclipped my badge and slid it across the table. It spun once and stopped in front of Mark. Read the red serial number on the back, I said softly. Mark went the color of printer paper. Offboard Prime 001, he whispered. Jesus Christ, Lauren, this is the Langston failsafe. Ethan snorted. It's a piece of plastic. Throw it away and get security. Mark was already plugging a reader into his laptop. The screen filled with green text, thousands of time-stamped files.
Audio.
PDFs, packet captures. A live counter ticked upward, 2.14 terabytes and climbing. One click opened the current session. Right now, at this very second, the chip was recording Ethan saying, "Just pay the fine if we get caught. It's cheaper than compliance." Right now, It was notarizing the separation agreement that would prove retaliatory termination. Ethan finally looked up. His tan drained south. I opened the portfolio. 10 pages. Page 1. $6.8 million routed to a Cayman entity that wired straight into Ethan's personal trust. Page 3. Audio of him telling investors the fleet was fully modernized while canceling brake inspections. Page 7. The email where he ordered IT to wipe subpoenaed safety reports sent from this very room, 30 feet from where my badge sat quietly listening. The upload finished at 1:58 p.m., I said, checking my watch. The Geneva firm already forwarded everything to the DOJ and the board. You're on administrative leave as of 30 seconds ago, Ethan. His phone started exploding. Chairman, Vice Chair, SEC Counsel. He declined every call. Mark closed his laptop like it was radioactive. It's blockchain verified. We can't delete it. We can't even find it all. Security arrived. 2 ex-Marines who'd known me for a decade. They didn't look at me. They looked at Ethan. Sir, please come with us. He screamed the whole way to the elevator. Misogyny, ageism, sabotage. The usual greatest hits album. The doors closed on his career with a soft ding. 3 months later, the building is quiet again. The orange walls are gone. The coffee is free and terrible, and nobody has to watch a hype reel to get it. The stock's down 9% but breathing. Drivers got new tires. We're boring and we're alive. My new title is Chief Risk and Integrity Officer, another made-up word for person you don't mess with. My badge still hangs on my belt. The little red light blinks once every 10 seconds, steady as a heartbeat. Tonight I'm the last one here, same as always. I look out at the yard lights, at the rigs pulling in and out like slow metal whales, and I smile. Ethan's writing a Substack from a halfway house. Last I checked, it has 43 subscribers. I press the elevator button. Going down, the speaker asks. No, I answer. We're staying right where we belong. Thanks for riding shotgun, desk soldiers. Smash that subscribe button, unless you're Ethan. Then you're already blocked. See you in the next takeover. Since the